Natasha. Hey, Emily. Hey, Teapot. Hey, Maureen. Hey, Tiffany. Aw. Can you all hear me? Yay. I hope you're answering me, Tiffany. Oh, I forgot. We're on the mic. Yep, sorry. Thanks, Joel. I know. Put the mic closer to your face. I totally forgot we were having to use... Yep, how's that? Is that better? Is that better? Hey, y'all. Hold on. Is that better? Is that better? Or are you guys getting feedback? You like it? Hey, Mystic with lipstick. Can I turn it up? Not much better. No, I can't, as a matter of fact. Bummer. How's that? Is that better? Hey, Tanya. Still low. You sure you have it? Hey, Corby. Hey. Way better, but still low. All right, hold on. Oh, my God. Hey, Jessica. Welcome, welcome. It's your first time. Is that better, everybody? Echoing. Okay. If it's echoing, that should make it stop echoing. Did it stop echoing? Hey, Alesco Graphics. Undo whatever you just did. Okay. Hey, y'all. Joel is with us today for a little while. Okay, all good? No echo anymore? Yeah, everybody should check their volumes. No echo. Fantastic. All right, I'll just talk really, really loud. Everyone just turn your volume up. Get him, Joel. Hey, Larry. Is it Marsha Mail Khan? Marsha Mail? Joel. Okay, Maureen, I can't get any close unless I'm like a nightclub act. Is that better if I really, really do that? Oh my God, don't make me be. Hey, Ray. Tanya's Ray. Okay, hold on, y'all. We don't know what's going on. Well, Joel does. I don't. All right, I'm gonna give it a little while for everybody to scooter poop in here. Oh, hey, Lisa. I cannot possibly fathom why it could possibly the volume be low, but hey, what are you gonna, Okay. Hello, Marshmallow. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Oh, Mashamel. Okay. All right, Wild Pack, we are finna get with it today. And so, first of all, I want to say thank you so much to my moderators, Teapot, Maureen. They are, man, yeah, I couldn't do it without them. Give me 2 seconds. I forgot to open up Facebook, and that way I can chase away any of the little trolls, any of the little spammers, which, by the way, if you are new here, please know that nobody from my camp, my team, my nothing is ever going to hit you up anywhere and say, God is showing me to you, or God is showing you to me, and I feel like I'm drawn to you, and then ask you to, PM them for a private reading or whatever. That's a scam. Don't do it. And that is not me. And that is not my peeps. That's none of us. So, okay, cool. All right. So, also just want to make a quick announcement. For those of you who have not been on my forums yet, I have to say I've been announcing this all week. I'm going to continue to announce it. I love every one of you more than I could ever express. However, I am getting messages. I'm getting text messages. I am getting, at all hours of the day and night, I am getting messages on all of my Facebook pages. I'm getting emails through my contact, on my websites. It's too much. And so Tiffany, if you love troubleshooting, you can come troubleshoot my life. I will hire you to troubleshoot my life. Tiffany K. Okay. So now I will answer as much as I can on YouTube. But if you want to talk to me and you want, for any reason you want advice, not a reading, but you want advice, or you want, you just want to ask about symbolism or, something like that doesn't constitute a full reading, please come to my forums. It's gatheringofmystics.com, and also I will. Sorry, my dog's decided she's tired. She's got up under her blanket and she's like, forget it. Exactly, Mystic. Any true reader would never do spammy stuff like that. You are totally true. That is absolutely true. You see the new URL in the Teapot just put it in there. It's not live yet, so you're gonna what'll happen if you go to that wildpackwisdom.com/forums. It's going to show you a 404 error on the site that I'm building, wildpackwisdom.com. And so just know that you don't have to do anything. Just the URL is going to change. And thank you, Tiffany. So anyway, we're still working on it. And if you have any thoughts on the site, the reason I left it open was a bunch of people had been asking me about it. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just kind of beta test it. And I've been getting feedback from a lot of people. So if you guys want to just go take a look at wildpackwisdom.com. It's where I'm going to be holding my classes. It's where you can buy the ARC. It's where you can buy the book. I've got altar cards loaded. I've got a whole bunch of junk going on over there. And so that's happening. And I think that is really about it. Again, though, I really, really, really want to thank all my moderators. More than I can tell you. You guys are just the best. Welcome to Tanya Pass. For any of you all that are in follow a pagan, Wiccan, or witchcraft path, my site witchcraftandwitches.com is opening its forums next week. Tanya, who owns she runs the Facebook page. I have a spell for that, and she's very, very heavily involved with the Cauldron. Tanya's a very dear friend of mine, Stephen Pugh, who runs the Cauldron. Between them, they've got, a few 100,000 people in their Facebook groups. She runs my Facebook, that is witchcraftandwitches.com. For those of you that don't know me, I'm in a lot of different lanes spiritually, because I believe that many rivers lead into the ocean. And so my particular lane is shamanism and animals and that kind of thing. But I also want to provide to the community that, where actually shamanism got its start. So, or I should say got started from shamanism, which is that whole crowd. And so, that's it. Thank you, Corby. The home of the #1 animal goddess. Oh, I thought it read goodness, but I was like, that's me. I'm the animal goddess. So, all that, wow. I don't know why, Tazzy Cat, you can't hear me. Some people have said they can't hear, and other people are fine. I'm not really sure what's going on. But all of that said, so if you follow a pagan, Wiccan, witchcraft, witchy poo path, check out, I have a spell for that on Facebook. Check out the Cauldron. And what's happening is Stephen and Tanya are bringing their Facebook group to my forums. And the reason they're doing that is people are tired of shadow manning. They're tired of censorship. They are tired of the shenanigans on the inimitable Facebook. And it's a private community. They don't have to be afraid or embarrassed or whatever, what's on there. There won't be the casual Facebook user stopping by or the Facebook spammer. There won't be any of that. And so that's also the same on wildpackwisdom.com/forums. It's my private forums. We don't have any of the shenanigans that we have on Facebook, and we have shenanigans though. Yes, we do. So don't miss out on the shenanigans. All right, I am going to get started. And tonight is going to be just a little bit different. Well, it's probably going to end up being a lot different because kind of everyone is. But it's really interesting. Okay, Maureen, we get it. I know you're having sound problems. I am so sorry. I don't know what to do. But if you could just bear with me, that would be great. So hey, Amy. And so this time sound only comes through the right side. Fantastic. Wonderful. Okay. Who knows? All right, Lisa, thank you. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you all to do is just, if you have a question, just put your questions in, and I'll answer individual questions until I'm told not to do that and to go to the regular format, which is I'll describe a group of people that might be dealing with a this or dealing with a that. And so, if you have a question that you would like me to do a read on, and I will go in order as much as I possibly can. So if you have a question for me, shenanigans, woohoo, hey Stitches, hey, I hope you got the email that I sent to you. Okay, Cicely, will upcoming changes in my job be in my favor? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to deliver these messages and hope that you can receive it. I'm not going to ask for any feedback. It takes too long for it to all show up in the chat. So Cicely, I keep hearing 222. So if you are up for 2 different positions, or you're thinking about 2 different places of working, should I stay here or should I go there? I keep hearing the number 2. You should go with the second choice. And so if you will do that, then things will go very well, but you're going to be pretty hesitant to do that job changey thingy, whatever. And don't hesitate. Don't. So again, whatever the 222 is, the second choice, the second level, the second whatever, that's the way for you. Okay. Mystic. Depression is exhausting. I just want some guidance. Interesting. So I said okay, so Amy, you want a general message. Okay, so here, you're very welcome, Cicely. I hope that resonated. So here's the thing. For you, Mystic, what I did was I just pulled a couple of cards prior to, getting on the horn with you all, and I said, well, for the first person I pull a card for, this one is going to be really relevant, and it's the Hawk, which is the Ace of Swords. So, when I step into the energy of this animal and the Ace of Swords, and I step into the energy of Hawk, it's almost, in my mind's eye, what I'm seeing is every Renaissance, Middle Ages battle where they're battling with the swords, and they're cutting away all the bad people, and they're cutting away all the this, and they're cutting away all the that. And I know that you said, the depression is tough, it's exhausting, and you want some guidance. That's going to have to be your guidance, is that literally you're going to have to pick up your sword and you're going to have to battle through it. And what I mean by that is this. So I'm watching this series. I think everybody in the world knew about this series except for me. I'm the only schmuck who didn't know about this series. It's called My 600-Pound Life. And one of the reasons that I watched it was I thought, well, maybe this will give me some insight into my crazy sugar addiction. Because for anybody that knows me for 5 minutes, I'm just addicted to sugar. And I'm I'm gracefully ridding myself of the craving for sugar. And so when I watch the people that are successful on this, literally what they have to do is they have to go to war. They just have to go to war with themselves. And that's really what this is all about. And this is also about, for you, Samantha, it's about being a bird of prey. And you're just going to have to go after what you want. And by doing that, it's almost like if you picture the depression as separate from you and not a part of you, and you go to war with that depression. Somehow I'm being told the visual of that is going to be very helpful with you. The other thing that you could do is, I have to believe that you know this because you're a mystic, but any kind of cord cutting ceremonies, any kind of literal. But I keep being told it's got to be physical. And so I'm wondering if maybe you haven't been using a lot of your physical lately and there's a lot of energy stuck inside of you. And if that resonates with you, then just, I keep hearing that word, pick up the pace. And so maybe you have to power walk. Maybe I'm not really sure. But physical, and literally picture the depression outside of you, and you literally go to war with it. Okay, man, I hope that's helpful. Okay, Amy McDonald, you need, Amy, are you an artist or some kind of creative? Amy McDonald, who wanted the general reading. because I went to pick up my deck and I was going to shuffle, but I was shown the imagination card. So give me a second. Now, if you haven't seen this card in my deck, and by the way, for those of you that don't know me, I read with my own award-winning history-making, it really is history-making, Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck, and the imagination card was one of the most polarizing cards ever, probably ever will be. Hold on, I'll find it. It's this cutie pie little character. It's hot pink. Some people think it looks like a demented Teletubby. And it kind of does. If you once you see that, you can't unsee it. But it's one of my favorite cards because it literally is about using your imagination and a reminder that, here it is. And so this card is a reminder to all of us that we're never more imaginative than when we're either young at heart or we see everything through the eyes of a child, that kind of thing. And so it is really, you're being called, and I'm trying to keep place in this chat, you guys, so I don't lose place. But so it is. Gosh, I hope this is resonating with you, Amy, because again, I just feel like you're a creative of some kind, or even let's say that you're a math and science person, but within the purview of what you do, you're responsible for creating. If that makes sense, you're not just tracking numbers. You're responsible for creating something. I'm not sure what it is, but you're really being told. I see the vision of this because these animals come to life for me, right, y'all? And so, pardon me. Hold on, let me get a swig of water. Ooh, Amy, this is for you. I feel like your throat chakra. You're not saying, like you know the answer to whatever this is. It's like there are people around you and you know the answer to what a group of people are trying to figure out, but maybe you're afraid it's a little too out there, it's a little too not standard or traditional. And yeah, that's right, because the drama in my throat just went away. And so it just went, you've got to be creative. You've got to be willing to speak your creative truth. Whatever this is, you've got to be willing. You've got to, because you're not the kind of person that does very well when you have to stifle the truth or stifle your truth or really even stifle the truth. So I really hope that is meaningful for you, and I hope that it helps. And so let's see. We're going to go to Joan. Hey, Joan Jurish. Will my move go well? When it happens, yes. But I feel like it is going to be, I feel like there's going to be either another delay, like there already has been a delay, or there's going to be a delay. So in the case that there already has been a delay, there's going to be another delay. Even if you think, oh, okay, well, no, Bernadette, that's not right. There's this date, there's this, something about it or having to do with the move is going to be delayed, and it's going to freak you out a little bit. Don't get freaked out. You just give it time to unfurl. Give it time to unfurl. Okay, Tiffany, you want a general message? Okay. So Tiffany, with you, I don't know why I'm seeing a baby. So I don't know if you're pregnant. I don't know if you're wanting to get pregnant. I don't know if you just had a baby or if this is more metaphorical in that there is something that you want to give birth to, but you're sure, but you're not sure, because there's whatever this is, the support that you want is not coming from the place that you want it, if that makes sense. And I don't pardon me. Hold on, y'all. Okay, this must be for the collective. This must be for the wild pack. Is anybody out there having a tough time speaking their truth, or they're trying to stifle something down that needs to be said, but they just can't bring themselves to say it? Because my throat chakra doesn't generally get disturbed like this, and so I'm wading through all the energies to get to you guys individually, and my throat keeps going. So just with you, Tiffany, again, it's about a baby. It's about giving birth to something. It could mean actual motherhood, like in the physical form. but I just keep hearing there's a support system around you that you already know is not going to be all that supportive, but you're really kind of ignoring it because you're hoping upon hope. But it will be a lot easier for you if you would just realize way early that that is not going to be a support system for you. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Okay, what does it mean for me? Channel a general message. What does it mean for you? I don't know what you mean by what does it mean. Okay, so channel, the rooster, which is 3 of Wands, has come out, and what I'm seeing with that with you is you're going. So here's the story. If you're on my channel, then I am, and you ask me for a reading, I presume you want a real reading. I don't do what other people do. Not everybody does this, but I don't do what a lot of other people do, which is give you a sugar-coated version of something or never say something that's like, too deep or too like, whatever. I'm like nature. I'm a straight shooter. What you see is what you get. And I will never embarrass you, and I will never, call you out on things that are too personal. But what I'm seeing on this channel is you've got a little bit of a habit of bravado. Like you're a fake it till you make it kind of person. Not that you're not a good person. You are a great person. And you're really, really smart. I just keep hearing over and over, she's really, really smart, really, really smart. She's got to lean into that. She's got to lean into that. And what I'm getting from that is that you put on a front, like you're kind of like the rooster, like you're like, look at me. But most of the time on the inside, you're not really feeling like that. And it's really important for you at this time in your life to figure out how you can come to see yourself the way other people see you, which is this dynamic, just bigger than life kind of, just wow. And if you will step into that, you'll be a lot happier, and you won't have to second guess all the time. Because I also am hearing you've got trust issues, and that you'll be able to have more trust in more things, yourself, other people, if you will come to see yourself the way that others see you. So I hope that's helpful. Okay. Oh, Mystic. Yes. Okay. Okay, Mashamel. I don't know what you mean by I'm feeling all at once. It's all messy. I don't know what you mean by that. So I'm going to draw a card, and then I'm also, I really, really appreciate it when people show up and they're new to my channel, and I hope that you will understand that I will always try to get to my longtime subscribers first. I'm sure you can understand that. Not understand, but that makes sense to you. So I'm going to pull a quick card for you, Mashamel. Okay, this is really interesting. Okay, so this is also really interesting because, the Mongoose card is from the Friends, Family, and Lovers portion of the Arc deck. And when I'm stepping into the energy of this card for you, Mashmel, what I'm hearing is that there is a part of what this card is about is self-awareness and being also assertive. And I feel like you spend maybe more time than is healthy worried about what other people are doing and what they think of you, and maybe you're not as self-assertive as you could be to get what you really want. Because one of the things that I'm hearing is that you actually are a very big dreamer. You have big visions for the world and for your life, and you're perfectly capable of achieving them, but you're so hesitant. You're just so, it's almost like you're shy. And so I really hope that you will decide to take more of a stand for yourself and pursue almost like visions. Like you get visions, but like pursue your visions for yourself, and I hope that is man, I hope that's really helpful for you. And I would look up mongoose symbolism and meaning, because that when it comes to family, they and prairie dogs and that, those kind of critters, meerkats, they're a really big deal about how people take care of each other. And that's also, Mashamel, I wonder if you are in a healing profession or want to be in a healing profession, because all of a sudden I saw just a bunch of, really what I saw was meerkats dressed up like nurses. So that's what I saw. I wonder if you're in the medical profession. Okay. Let's see. All right, Melissa, can I give you possible guidance in finance? I am not a financial advisor, but I will certainly pull a card for you. And that is this. The bat as a hanged man really teaches us that it's time to see things from a different perspective. And okay, so if you're on my channel, I assume that you want me to shoot straight. And what I'm hearing with you, Melissa, is that you may not be comfortable being super, super, super transparent with yourself about your emotions or your feelings about money, or how you handle your finances. And that's because bats, the reason how I'm getting that is, what I'm seeing is a bat flying in the darkness. And the reason that they can fly in the darkness is they've got this amazing sonar ability, right? And they listen for sounds to ping off of things, and that's how they know how far away or close they are or whatever. And so it is, Tazzy Cat, I'm going to get back to you about what animal guide should I connect to for the full moon. But Melissa, it's all about, you've got to see your finances from a different perspective. And what that means is this. I grew up in a very poor family, like super poor. We was just po. We couldn't even afford the extra OR to be poor. We was just po. And so it is, it gave me a false, what I thought was knowledge about money, but really what it was an indoctrination. It was a conditioning about money. And it took me a lot of years to not live in poverty anymore and not live paycheck to paycheck and hand to mouth, that kind of thing, because I had to really know, who else is going to tell you that? I mean, who else is going to say, listen, this is not how it works, and here's why. And so with your finances, you just don't, you don't know what you don't know, but you also haven't turned around and kind of looked in the mirror to say, all right, here's where I'm at, here's where I want to be. And once I figured that out, when even just trimming out the fat, stuff that you really don't need. One of my favorite things is when people are, bitching, wailing, and moaning at the end of the month. Where did all my money go? And you pull out their Starbucks receipts, and I know a person who spends $300 a month on Starbucks. $300 a month. You need coffee that badly, but sometimes she has to borrow money to pay her electricity bill. Okay, that's just plain old, good sense right there. But she was not willing to see her finances or herself from a different perspective. So I hope that helps. And so I'm going to come back up to you, Tazzy Cat, the animal you need to connect with for the full moon. I don't even have to flip a card. I'm being drawn up to the mountains, and I'm being shown snow leopard, which is the hermit card in my deck. And there's something about this full moon that is, if you will work with the energy and the medicine of snow leopard and the archetype of the hermit card, it's going to be time for you to spend some time in retreat with inside of yourself, retreat, just where it's just you and the moon and whatever energies you want to bring in or tap into. That's what it's going to be about for you. And snow leopard. Well, and really mountain energy, because it's mountains are living things. And again, there's something about being drawn up to the top of the mountain. Okay. All right, Tiffany, I see your another question, honey, but I can only get to one question at a time for people because there are a lot of people waiting. So, Okay, Emily, a bird flew over me that had a distinct tail. It was like a ribbon waving in the wind, and then each side a peacock-like feather. I can't find what it was anywhere. No, I don't know. This would be a lot easier if I knew what kind of bird it was. However, it was like a ribbon waving in the wind, and then each side a peacock feather. That does not sound anything that I can, yeah. Okay. So let me I'm just going to tell you psychically what I think it's meaning for you without knowing the bird. Emily, do you feel like lately you've been searching for things and just not, it's like you get almost there, you want to achieve something, you're like almost there, and then it's gone, almost there, and then it's gone. It's just within your reach, and then it's gone. Here's what I'm being told. You're going through a period of your life where if it doesn't happen and unravel smoothly, if it doesn't unravel in just like a flow, if you have to like reach for it too hard, it's not for you. The second there's a problem with something, it's not for you. Right now, you're supposed to be going through a time in your life where everything is just flowing, and you just for your own health, for your own advancement, for your own abundance, for everything good in your life, you've got to just let go of things that do not, there we go, let go of things that do not flow, let go of things that do not flow. And that's a great thing for everybody, I think, but let go of things that do not flow. And I really hope that that is helpful for you. Okay, Brown Bruita, I would love animal advice on how to overcome fears, putting myself out there and being seen. Oh, well, okay, that's craziness, because Brown, I don't know if it's Brujita, but your question is right under, Emily's, and Emily was talking about a peacock. And when people want to put themselves out there and be seen, I always recommend peacock. I always recommend rooster. And yeah, I don't think rooster's going to resonate with you so much, but I do think peacock will resonate with you. And, you know, even really just, because I feel like you are very connected to nature in some reason, and that is that's going to go very well for you, because animals don't have to think about, you know, they don't think about their fears of being seen unless they feel like they're in danger. And so my question to you would be, do you happen to know what danger you feel will befall you if you do put yourself out there? I hope that no danger would befall you, but danger can mean a lot of different things. You know, people put themselves out there, they fall on their face, and then they scurry away and they never try again. That's a danger. In a lot of different ways. It might be a danger to you that maybe your family doesn't approve, or friends don't approve of what you want to do, and I don't know what you mean by putting yourself out there, but you don't see it as you see the fear of getting out there or being seen as the fear. It's not the fear. That's not what your fears are. Your fears are, what are the dangers? Why do you feel like it's dangerous? And I keep hearing the word dangerous. So that's what it is for you. And once you figure that out, and you figure out either how to come to terms with that fear, meaning you just don't feel it anymore, or heal it or whatever, you won't have problem one. You won't have problem one. Okay, I hope that was helpful. All right, let's go graphic. Will I get hired for a job soon? I don't know what soon means to you, but here's what I am hearing in terms of would be helpful for you to get a job sooner than later. I don't feel like you've really wanted any of the jobs that you've applied for or thought about. I just don't know that they stimulate you so much. But I do hear that there is a company that you really would love to work for, and for some reason you're afraid that you're not up to their standard or good enough or don't have enough experience or whatever. And I'm hearing that's not so, that you should really go after, it's either the job, well, or the job within the company, or it's the company. One of those two things is most important to you. And so if you'll do that, then yes, I think within the next, I keep hearing 3. That could be 3 weeks, 3 days, 3 months, but it's a 3. I think it maybe more like 3 months. I know you don't want to hear that, but if you will go after that you really want, it'll be worth the wait. It'll really be worth the wait. I hope that's helpful, Alesco Graphics. Okay, Jess McCormick. Okay, am I following my path correctly? I'm getting tons of information so fast, I'm just confused. Yes, you are following your path correctly. You're just not moving fast enough. And this doesn't have anything else, this doesn't have anything to do with the confusion. What it has to do with is, I don't know that you're a fast mover, and you are being called to move fast, or faster than you're going on your path, whatever that path is. And no, you're walking the path correctly, except for you're not moving fast enough, and you just cut out all the rhetoric and just move. Let's go, because you're always going to get tons of information. It's kind of like, what I'm hearing is you've always been a really super open channel, and it's always been information overload for you, not just now in your life, but you've always had information overload. So I hope that's helpful. Okay. Hey, Melinda. I can see that what I'm vibrating with is going to be answered. Thank you. Oh, cool. I love that. Okay. I love art and create for fun. Okay. Thank you, Amy. Okay. Tiffany, you don't have to know tarot to be able to read with the arc. You can either pay attention to the tarot or not. That's why there are no tarot symbols on any of my cards. It's all about the animals. Oh, yeah, could be a pheasant. Could be a pheasant. Yep, brown. Okay. Imagination card. So cute. Okay, Tiffany. Virtual hug. You're welcome. Okay. All right. Hey, Amy. Hey, Amy Pittman. You're welcome, Joan. Does a business count, Tiffany? I think that was you that I said something about the baby. Yes. If you're birthing a baby and it's your business, yes, that counts a lot. Mystic, I know, honey. You're tired of being tired. I know, sweetheart. Believe me, I do. Let's see. Okay, love the horns. Okay, been struggling with having a difficult talk with my partner about our relationship not working. Okay, do you want a reading on that, or are you just sharing? Oh, you were responding. Wow. Okay. Man, you aren't kidding. Ooh. Is there anything I can do to help you with that? Love the horns, about the struggle, because you ain't lying. Man, you ain't lying. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh my God. Alori Alabi. Whoever you are, because I feel confident your name is not Alori Alabi. Just, you know what? I've got to bless you. I do. I've got to bless you and ask all the spirit animals to, yeah, I'll find out, Corby, because Corby Mitlight is a psychic, Alora Alabi. Okay, she doesn't need you, and you're not a psychic, and I'm just going to bless you, because anybody that is just in a place where they have to have that kind of job like you do, I just really, really feel sorry for. I really do. Usually you guys piss me off, but today I just feel sorry for you, because you could be living a much better life. Instead, you're scutting for whatever 15 or 20 bucks you're going to be able to sucker out of somebody. That makes no sense. Why that makes no sense. And now I can't find Aloria Lobby on, well, they're blocked in the Restream chat. If you guys see an Aloria Lobby in Facebook, I'm not seeing it. I don't know why it's not loading for me, but it's not. Just ignore that person. They're no part of me. Anyway, okay, Corby, hubby's going to have major surgery draw. Oh, gosh. Oh, no, as a brass man. Okay, all right. So I'm going to be more specific, Corby. I'm going to ask what animal ally is going to accompany you all, and for the best outcome, meaning the outcome that will allow him to keep, 76 trombones led the big parade. Okay. Oh. Corby. It's owl energy, but it's kissing owls. I don't know how this will resonate with you, or, okay, Bella Kate, Corby Mitlight, Janetta. Okay, Bella Kate, whoever you are, I also feel badly for you, because you are scudding. You're selling your soul, creating bad karma, being a crook, being a shyster for the $15 or $20 that you can jack out of somebody. I hope better for you in your lifetime. Truly I do. Truly I do. Now go away. Okay, so Corby, this is going to sound kind of kooky, but I swear this is what I'm getting out of this, is that you're actually the animal that Carl's going to take with him into surgery, and it's going to be okay, because you're going to do the energy work around it. That's really what I'm getting. Also, I don't know if there was some kind of kerfuffle with the doc or the surgeon, but it's almost like you've got something that you don't agree with or you don't like or whatever, but instead of just being out there with it like you would normally do, you're being asked to stay a little bit silent, because when I asked what the further message was, Corby, and I hope you're still here, is what else Al could share with you. And I saw an owl flying through the darkness of a forest, but they fly silently. They don't make noise when they fly, and it has to do with their wings and this whole idea. And so there's either has been a time or there's going to be a time where you're going to be tempted to just be out with something. Don't do that. Stay silent on this for just a little bit, and it's going to go a lot. Oh, hey, and it's going to go better for you. Okay, listen, you guys that are seeing me on Facebook, I don't know why on my Facebook I can't get the new messages to load, so I'm trying to get there to ban and block some of these people, and I just can't, I don't know what's happening. So let me just try one more time. Let me go to another page and then go back. Sometimes it'll cue it. Okay, let's see. All right, so alphanumerical 1, what's the most important thing? Love. I'm teasing. No, I'm not really teasing, but what's the most important thing for you? All right, hold on. Still don't know why this will not load up, but okay. All right, alphanumeric 1. What's the most important? And I'm going to put a qualifier on this, and I'm going to, when you ask something like what's the most important thing, that could be the most important thing in your life, in the world, right now, tomorrow. So I'm just going to ask what the most important thing is for you to know right now. Tortoise energy, we love that. There's something about ancient wisdom that not only emanates from you, alphanumerical 1, it emanates from you, but it fascinates you. So you kind of live in the modern world, and you're okay with that and everything, but mostly you you do know how to receive and tap into the wisdom of all that ever has been or all that ever will be, and that's a really good home for you. It's a really good, it's just a really good place for you to be. And so I don't know if there's been like some doubt about it, or some, I don't know, maybe questioning of, it's almost like you're questioning, do you need, oh, maybe this is it. You're questioning, should you step out of the old and go into the new? And that could be relationship, it could be job, it could be anything, although it might be a relationship, but you'll know if you're, no. On some level, when it comes to the wisdom, when it comes to this, when it comes to that, you'll do better if you stay in the old, as long as it's full of wisdom. But pardon me, if it's almost like you're a practitioner of some kind and you're studying the old ways. I just keep hearing to tell her old. Well, assuming you're a girl, tell her old. So it's the old ways, the old this, the old that. But it's steeped in wisdom. Now, if you're thinking, should I stay in an old relationship or, an old job or whatever, not so much. That would be something that you want to take a look at. Okay, so going in order here, Pat K. Okay. Oh, Lisa, I'll have time for you. I'll get to you next. I know. I don't know what's up with this microphone. Oh, Tanya, I know what you're talking about, right? Okay, so let me go back to Pat. Pat K, you want a general message? Aw. So that's really interesting. Two came out together, flamingo and alligator. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is these are both water animals. And so whatever is going on with you in the water element, maybe you're a water sign, maybe you're really craving being near water, maybe you live near water, but it's almost like you don't really like to get too heavy with your emotions. Who does? Triple Scorpio, I get tired of that. But by the same token, it might be time in your life for you to be a little more open to your emotions, just so that you're a little more balanced in how, really in how you think of emotions, how you navigate through them or don't. If you get too deep, that's not balanced. If you just ignore it, that's also imbalanced. And so it's I would really encourage you to work with the water energy. I'm not even hearing it so much about these particular animals as it is the water energy. And so I hope that's helpful. But the other thing I keep hearing is Florida. Now, flamingos and, gators, that's all Florida all day. But I'm wondering if you have another connection to Florida, or are thinking about coming to Florida or retiring or moving, or I don't know. But if there's a Florida connection, it seems like the energy is a little murky around it. And I just, I don't know, whatever this is that pertains to Florida, I don't know that this will be the best choice for you. Man, I hope that's helpful. Pat, just when you hear this, I hope you're still here, go ahead and just tell me something, about Florida. I'm really, really drawn to that. It's like I could stay on this for a half an hour trying to figure this out for you. Florida murkiness, I don't know what that's about, but just know that the vision of you connected to Florida is murky. So I hope that's helpful. Okay, Lisa. So Lisa, I'm just gonna, like you said, draw a card for you, and I'm just gonna set the intention that's the animal that's the best for you at this moment. This seems odd. Okay. This seems like a really odd card for you. I mean, I don't know you well, but I know you enough. The walrus inverted is the Eight of Cups, is it's about not deceiving yourself or letting go of deceit. It's about letting go of illusions that just are not helping anymore. But then being sure that you know that you know that you know that you're seeing is true. Now, you're a healer, an amazing healer. And you guys, just Wild Pack, just so you all know, my friend Lisa is going to come on the channel hopefully sometime within the next month. And I want to introduce you all to this ancient healing that she does. It's ancient sound healing. I've never seen anything like it. And it, you know, she did a healing for me, and you know, I've shared this with her. So I'll get back to your walrus and the cups in just a second, Lisa. But you know, she tried to tell me about it, and she's, you know, I like her, and I was like, okay, I'll show up and do this. And when she first started, it didn't take but 10 seconds, and I felt like I'd been drugged. And I went into it not necessarily with, okay, it was skepticism. I went into that healing with skepticism, and she channels languages of ancient cultures, and it knocked me. I had to cancel all my appointments for the rest of the day and the next day. It was like when you have an amazing acupuncture treatment, or you have you know, some other kind of treatment that just knocks you out. It was like that. So Lisa, I'm going to go back to this. I wonder if you're having a little bit of problem getting your feet up under you. It's almost like when it comes to, and I know you to be a good business person, so this seems kind of odd. I'm wondering if this just pertains particularly to your business as that sound healer, as that ancient words healer. You know, are you having some problems getting your sea legs up under you? Because you know, like a walrus, when they're in the water, man, they're like a torpedo. They're graceful, and they're strong, and they're fast. You know, you get them on land, and they're all clunky. And I feel like you're so comfortable swimming out there on the other side, or wherever you're channeling this information from. Hey, Nikki. But you may not be so comfortable on land. And you might have even had some kind of out there ideas lately to get your work out there. They're not out there ideas. They're being fed to you. It's really time for you to trust that you are a true seer, and that you are a true seer. And I don't know any other way to put it other than that. I hope that's helpful. Okay, let me go farther in the chat. You got this. Hey, Nikki. All right. Thanks, Corby. Thanks for keeping an eye out on the trolls. I don't know why they're not showing up in my, hey, Chris Mochin. And what is going on with my comments in Facebook? It's just nuts, y'all. Y'all, I'm trying to keep up with the Facebook thing too, but for some reason, it's not loading the comments. Hey, Kareen. Hey, Shailene. Okay, hold on. Questions. Could I email you to get a reading? You tried emailing me and with no luck? That's weird. Yeah, email me. I'm sorry. I don't know why. You're getting to me, Mystic. You're getting to me. I see you. Hey, Stephanie. Thank you, Nikki. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate that. Weird. Okay. Y'all just email me and I'll email you a PayPal link. That's why I'm building wildpackwisdom.com. It's a completely different theme. It's a completely different platform. Well, it's not. It's still on WordPress, but I've had so many people tell me they're having problems with my website, trying to pay and whatever. I was just like, that's it. I'm going to make just an e-commerce site. So that's what I'm doing. Hey, Corey Lee. Welcome. All right. I'm looking for, thank you, Tanya. Natasha, my husband and I keep going back and forth on whether or not we want to sell our home and move closer to town or not. Do you see anything? Oh, I see all kinds of things. Okay, Natasha, I don't know if you already have a second home. I keep seeing the 222 Natasha B. So I don't know if you have a second home or a vacation home and then the home that you're talking about, but I keep seeing 222, which leads me to conclude that you either will end up having two homes, two residences, or you already do. But if you do move closer to town, it's not going to be as close to town as you think, because I don't feel like that moving close to town, as close as you all are thinking at the moment, I don't know that you really love that idea. I don't know whether you love that idea. So it's like Goldilocks porridge. This is just right. So yeah, so try that. This is going to sound like a cop-out. I promise it's not. But it literally is up to y'all if you want to or not. When I see you guys on the fence, you are truly on the fence. Truly on the fence, but for real. But if you'll go the direction of don't move as close as you are thinking that you want to now, you'll be very happy. And again, I hear 222, so maybe you keep the house you're in now and then get someplace smaller that's closer to it or something like that. But 222, remember that, remember that, remember that. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Melinda. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me set that intention, Melinda. Cougar. Yes, this is exactly what you need to know. I think you are scared to death that you won't land on your own 2 feet. And I think like all of us, you've probably face planted a few times in life. You know, you've tried this or tried that and just gone, wham, right down to the pavement. It sucks. It really does. But your fear of not landing on your feet is stopping you from being what big cats really are, which are incredible hunters. Incredible hunters. Now, I say that because it's part of the symbolism. Not like I enjoy, you know, that part of the world that we live in. I don't. And I dream of a world where every living thing doesn't have to consume another living thing for its survival. That world is coming. I have faith. But there's something about you that you just have not gotten there yet, but I think you will, where you simply say, I'm coming for you, and mean it. And by that, what I mean is, for your business, your passion full time, you just haven't said, I'm coming for you, like a predator would, like a hunter would. So not in a negative way, or not in a, you know, in that, it's a very positive thing, because whatever this business is that you want to do, I feel like it's very connected to intuition, and you don't see that you're as sensitive as you truly are. I think sometimes you feel like, well, those are just my emotions getting away from me. It's not. It's your intuition. You're very, very, very sensitive. And again, I feel like your sensitivity and your intuition would have something to do with this new business. And if you would just literally almost just surround yourself with big cat energy, pick a big cat, any big cat, the cougar, the leopard, you know, lions, tigers, servals, you know, anything, jaguars. Just surround yourself with big cat energy and start to feel what it feels like when you're a cat. My really good friends that on the, you know, get to see me on the rare occasions when I go on the hunt after something or someone, they always say it creeps them out because my eyes look like a cat. And what that means is if you've ever seen the intensity of a cat when it's studying something and how immobile it can get and stop breathing, like it looks like I froze. I didn't freeze. And that's not even half the look that I get on my face. But when I do that, I'm channeling some animal's energy. It may not be a big cat or whatever, but to them I remind them of a big cat. That's the kind of energy. It's almost like it's your power animal, Melinda, not your spirit animal. You've got to call forth big cat energy as your power animal. Could have had a V8. Okay, I hope that's helpful, honey. Okay. No, I know that. I used to work at Big B Coffee, and it really wowed me. Right, Emily? You know, here's why that bothers me. Because those same people, not all of them, but some of those same people that you're asked while you're drinking $300 worth of coffee this week or this month, what did you do for somebody who's less fortunate? What did you for, you know, let's just be clear here. I only mean the animals. Okay. So, and usually not so much. Okay. I don't know. Right. Okay. Makes perfect sense. Oh, good. I'm glad, Tazzy Cat. I'm so glad. Okay. Jamie, you can ask a question. Patrick, yes. So I'm just going to, is it possible to receive a general reading? A ribbon-tailed astrapia. Tiffany, thank you for staying on that. What the heck is a ribbon-tailed astrapia? What, where do you live that you would have seen such an animal? Okay. Patrick and Jamie, you guys look like you're new. I will get to you as soon as I can. I want to take some of, I want to take some others in orders. Elbow cough. Thank you, Teapot. Elbow cough. Okay, sorry. I was just quiet for a minute. I'm trying to. Okay. Jamie, yes, you can ask a question. Yes, Patrick, you can receive a general reading. Corey, a question. You may ask a question also. Yes, Corey. Y'all, I'm really trying to take these in order. I've got a thing about fairness. I'm a Scorpio. Go figure. Emily, I hope that resonated. Okay, love the horns. Yes and no. Yes and no, love the horns. Meaning, lifestyle maybe yes, but relationship no, because you can get the, I'm hearing you can have the best of both worlds. When you say quieter, simpler life and relationship, I don't know what that means, but what I'm hearing is that to you, but what I'm hearing is it's the partner that makes it not quiet and makes it not be simple and makes it it's just too much. It's just too much. But you can find a partner who will live the lifestyle that you like, that you resonate with, and it's still a tremendously bonded, very close, very just really beautiful relationship. I hope that's helpful. I just feel like the partner is mayhem. Like, sorry, like the insurance commercial, the mayhem guy. I just feel like it's mayhem. I'm sorry. I hope that's not offensive. Okay. My question is about a love relationship currently on my mind. Anything you need to know about your love relationship? Yes. Jamie Lawrence. I don't know. The first thing that I saw in my psychic mind when I stepped into your energy is that you're either you or the other person is a dual sign, a Virgo, not a Virgo, a Libra, a Gemini, or a Pisces. But I also see Virgo. So something about those signs, Gemini, Virgo. I don't really think Pisces is part of it. Maybe Libra, but maybe more Gemini, Virgo. Jamie, I hope you've watched me long enough now to know I'm a straight shooter. And so what that means is I don't I just don't feel that you've ever been able to truly, well, it's either one of two things, and one either caused the other or vice versa, and that is either at one time you just loved so deeply, like the stuff that you see in movies and they write about in songs, and it didn't go well, and so now you don't ever truly give your heart, or the opposite has been true, and you've never been able to give your heart totally, but are now in a place in your life where you want to have a relationship like that. It's one of those two. It would be really helpful, and very helpful to you if you just take some time and come to the decision about if you can love fully. If you can love fully and completely, and be able to give your heart to somebody. You know, you're not giving it away, and you're not, but that would be very helpful, because I feel like you are a very philosophical person, a deep thinker, Jamie Lawrence, and you may want to think about this a little longer. I would say that. Okay. Okay, Corey, you want to know about your animals. So if you're just following me, I was told by the Spirit Totem and Power animals to help people to work with the energy. A spirit animal is the animal that comes to you in your hour of need. A totem animal is who you are. And your power animal is the animal you invoke from inside of you. And so I'm going to ask about your power animal, Corey. I feel like at this moment you need some support with power and strength. Maybe you're feeling just a little tiny bit disempowered. Not a lot, but enough that I don't like it. So, cutest ever, my alpacas. Okay. I feel like alpaca energy for you. I wonder if you are shying away from a career or something that has to do with groups of people, with packs, with herds, and if you haven't shied away from it, but you're not quite maybe knowing what path you should be on, or where you should be going, or what you should be doing, you are a great herd person. You are just people love you, they flock to you. You can do really great things for groups of people. And so, Corey, I really hope that that you find your herd, and if you've already found it, whatever you want to inspire them to do or lead them to do, it's like right there. It can happen like tomorrow, today. Man, I've never seen anything like this before. And what's interesting is I do readings in a college town. You can, there's a political science major on every corner at the University of Florida, and very, very rarely do I see them really leading or being part of large groups of people. And I don't think that yours is political. We don't discuss politics, the P word and the R word. We don't discuss that here. But, man, there's something about groups of people. You're like the Pied Piper. I really hope you lean into that. And I hope that's helpful to you. Okay. Patrick, I got a smiley face. You're very welcome, Brown. And a dove. Okay. Okay, Jessica, I hope that makes sense. I hit the well. Thank you, Stitches. I appreciate that. Hey, Lisa. There are 3 businesses. Do them all. You're young. Okay, TTF. Bernadette, are you hearing anything about my move to my new home? It's been changed from 5.5 to 5.25, now 6.18 to this is my big move to my new home. So let me tell you guys something. When you are in a group of people, and a psychic or a medium or a reader or whatever is giving a message to one person, what I would encourage you to do is, like earlier when I told they wanted to move closer So I don't remember who it was I told, because I'm channeling you guys. It's channeling. I won't remember what I said 20 seconds ago, but I do remember this because the visual of it was so, and the feeling of it, I wanted to slow down. Whoever this was about moving, I was like, yeah, but there's going to be a delay that you don't think is a delay, but it's going to be a delay. And now what you're saying, TTF, is it's been changed from 5/5 to 5/25 to 6/18. I don't remember. Oh, I hope you heard that. I don't remember what the message was. But thank you, Tazzy Cat. I feel like with you, actually, okay, there's a delay coming, but not a delay to the big move. I don't know if it's something with your job or a relationship or something, but it's like the whole house thing kind of moves ahead, but then you have another delay of some kind. I'm just not sure what that is, but man, I like the energy of where you're moving. I really like what you're moving into, the structure that you're moving into. The energy feels very fruity, lemony, orangey, limey. It just, maybe you're moving to someplace tropical or by a beach or someplace or near water, but it just feels fresh and clean and bright, and man, I love it. It's going to go very well for you. I know that the delays have been, really frustrating, but it's okay. Now, what I will tell you is when you do move, I would really, maybe that's it. Maybe the house will close, the loan will close, but maybe you don't physically get there till later, and that's more of the delay. When it comes to the actual physical move, strange message, think twice before you hire who you are thinking about hiring to help you with that move. I don't know if it's about the truck. I don't know if you're having a moving company do it, if you're having people come to your house and have to help you. Like, I don't know. But I'm hearing think twice before you hire somebody that has to do with your physical moving. Okay. All right. Girl. Hey, Tazzy Cat. Last Chance Crone. I think you told me that before, but my memory. Okay. Let's see. Yep. I know who you are. Okay. On the opposite side of my road, my house. I don't know what that means. Okay. Hi, Priya. All right. I'm trying to catch up, you guys. Okay. Also, I'm going to get to as many people as I can. I know, Tanya, isn't it weird? I don't know what the heck Facebook is doing. All right. Yes, thank you guys for your patience. I am getting to everybody as much as I can. I've got to read down these. I really want to go in order because that's what I promised everybody I would do. Okay, had job interview with I don't know why I want to laugh. Jay Lynn, you asked, you had a job interview on May 12th. What's the energy around it? I want to laugh. So I don't know if there were like jokes exchanged or you guys got along really well. I feel like you feel like this is a shoo-in. It's not, but it's okay. And I don't know. I don't see it closing, meaning I don't see the thing going on getting that job. But the thing is I want to laugh about it, but in a really positive way. It's almost like you'll get to another job and be like, oh, Lordy, thank goodness I didn't take that other job or wasn't offered it. Or you'll come to it's almost like in your head, Jaylyn, you've got this thing. You're like, if it's not this job, this is my next plan of action. And it's almost like your next plan of action would be so much better for you. I hope that's helpful, and I hope you lean into that. Patrick, was this me? I don't remember what that would mean. I'm sorry. No idea about connection to Florida other than you. I don't know, Pat. It could be anything about Florida. I don't know. Peninsula, water. I keep being drawn back to the 50s, like all that that retro 50s Florida look. I don't know if you're into retro stuff. I don't know what that is, but I keep being drawn back to that time with, copper tone suntan lotion, the beautiful lady skiers that used to be out at Cypress, or I think anything is pre-COVID now, but they used to do those amazing ski shows. I just keep seeing that. So I'm going to leave you with that. Okay. Benia. Forgiving myself for deceiving myself. I will pull an animal for you, animal energy for you to work with. But when you ask a question like that, Benia, I think that's how you pronounce it. Really what you're asking for is like healing or coaching or something like that. And I don't do that work, but okay. You see the deck. And this is why Bernadette works with spirit animals, because they will never, ever steer you wrong. Ben, you need to forgive yourself, and you have kissing pigs and kissing sugar gliders. Be sweeter with yourself and kissing pigs, the 10 of Pentacles. I don't know any other way to put this other than your people still love you, as evidenced by animals kissing each other. Your people still love you. You've got to still love yourself. And if you'll work with pig and sugar glider energy, wow, it's been a little bit since the message was this clear. I really hope that's helpful, honey. Really, I do. Okay. Wow. There are 149 cards in my deck, y'all, like this, and I'm trying to hold up my dang mic, but look at the size of this deck. Okay, 149 cards, and more on the way. I have a new deck coming out next year that can be used in conjunction with the Arc, but 149 cards, and those came out right together when you said, how can I forgive myself? For whatever reason, you said deceiving yourself. Okay, but it's just about forgiving yourself. Sugar, glider, piggies, 10 of Pentacles, all kissing each other. There you go. Love, love, love. Okay. Hey, Carolyn. Okay, Lisa, I'm going on vacation to Florida. Your heart wants to move there. It is not the timing. It is not. But, oh, and there's someone in my life that literally knocked me off my feet. I don't know what that means, Lisa, but I want to know. I think my heart wants to move there. Okay, Lisa, it's Lisa Bensusan. It is not the timing, but the timing is sooner than you're thinking. The timing is sooner than you're thinking. It's almost like it's a pipe dream for you, but it's not. Okay. Corey, did I ask your... Hey, Casey. How are you, Casey Corson? Hadn't seen you in a long time, honey. I think it's all okay. Okay, Pat, I don't know what this Florida thing is then, but it's going to come up. You mark my words. Okay. Oh, okay, Natasha. I guess that could be what 2-2 means for you, but I really think it's 2. I do. All right, you guys, I'm scrolling through this. And you guys, please give a shout out to my moderators. I think Amy probably had to leave for the evening, but for Teapot and Maureen, they do such a good, wonderful job of making sure you guys are comfortable and and everything that I can't do because I am reading. And I'm not nearly as smart as them, so. Okay, I'm trying to get to the next, excuse me. I've been asked for some space from my partner. I'm having trouble trusting my decision. Okay, So, Ben, I just gave you a message, a reading, and whatever was said was applicable to the second question you asked, but I'm doing one question per person. I live in Michigan. I'm the lady with the Oh, yeah. Right, Emily. Yep, I knew that. I just didn't know where you lived. Okay. Ooh, alphanumerical one about twin flames. I don't remember if, oh yeah, actually I did. Everybody followed me over to YouTube and I was able to give that, or maybe it was Facebook. I don't remember, but I streamed live from them. Thank you, Casey. You're sweet. I haven't seen you in forever. Where you been, brother? Hey, Dylan. Okay, I'm scanning for more questions. Hey, hey, Ma BBB. Let's see. No more questions? Really, really, really? Thank you, Melinda. That's very sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. Hey, Raquel. Gators. Oh, Tiffany. You're asking Pat about Gators. Is like Gator fans? Is that what we mean? Everything in Gainesville is about Gator fans. I'm trying to find more questions. Okay, Tiffany, I love you, honey. You got to stop asking questions. One question per person per night. I want to answer all of your questions. Hey, Gabriella. Hey, honey, the daughter I never had. Thank you, Ben, for shouting out to the moderators. I want to answer all of your questions, Tiffany K, but one question. No, I wanted to hear the twin flame reading. It's still live. The video is still up. It's either up on my YouTube channel or it's up on Facebook. I don't remember, y'all. Maybe one of the mods knows it. Florida Gators, right? Chomp, chomp. Hey, Gabriella. Okay, I think I'm caught up with everything, and it's 8:23, and I love you guys, but I've been sitting at my computer since 4 o'clock this morning, and I am delirious whenever you're near, and I get no sleep, which is why I'm taking a break this weekend, and not going to be near the computer very much, so I'm just going to pull a card for the collective, and here, this is the question I was told to ask. Okay, so I'm setting the intention that whatever animal comes out for the wild pack is the animal energy you need to work with when it comes to any kind of love. Romantic love, family love, love of self, love for your children, love of your animal companions, thank you, Tiffany. Yeah, it's seriously about the love. But for real, y'all, not like, oh, isn't that sweet? A psychic talking about love. It's not like that. It's much more deeply rooted than that. And it's, I always say if I could take a poll of everybody that's here on this, right? Okay. Hey, Hexa, where are you? I see that, I see Teapot said, hey, Hexa. Hey, honey, I hope you're well. There's something about the whole wild pack that even if it's in a just a, hey Cherry, a little bit of a way, there's something that's come up for you within the last 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours that has to do with the subject of love. And so this is the animal that's going to be able to really help you with that. Okay, I'm shuffling. Cards are coming out. Okay, let me tell y'all something. This is craziness because this card just came out for Corby a little while ago. And I told her what I was getting was she was going to be her husband's actual spirit animal during this major surgery he's got to have. Mathematically, the odds of the same card coming out in a 30-minute time span or whatever, those are not very big odds, and yet here it is. And so it is, whatever love this is that you have a question about, you're feeling a little stung about, you're not sure about, you don't know how to, whatever it has to do with love. This is a sweet card, but what I'm hearing from the owls is that don't mistake me. Not me, the owl. Owl is saying to you, don't mistake me. I can be sweet as I can be, or I can pick you up like you're a mouse scurrying along, scurrying along in front of me, pretending, trying to not to see me. What I'm getting to is I'm hearing you've got to see. You've got to see, you've got to hear, you've got to not be second guessing yourself when it comes to love. That no lack of confidence, no, I'm not worthy, no, whatever. It is absolutely, positively, you are, you're an apex predator, but not in that kind of way, if this makes sense. And it's especially meaningful if anybody is tearing away at any kind of love, or even going from all the way from like negative self-talk where you're tearing away at yourself, all the way up to if you've got a narcissistic partner, if you've got an abusive partner, an abusive boss, a narcissistic boss, family, friends, whatever, but anybody that is not, Lordy B, thank you, Owl, they finally got to it. If you are in a place where you are not celebrated, and that means even inside yourself, don't make me break out into Cool in the Gang and celebrate good times, but it is time for you to celebrate. It's time for you to celebrate, whatever that means, whoever you have to move out of the way, including yourself, whatever you have to get to, it's just time to celebrate you. And that's just it, period, end of story. So I really hope that was helpful. I hope you pick up your copy of the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck, which will be a lot easier to buy when I launch the new, just so you guys know, those of you that have hung in here, first of all, thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all more than I can say. And I've been being asked a lot lately about doing a retreat. We talked about, oh my God, we talked about it on the last live, and I got like, I don't even know how many emails about putting together a retreat. So I am working on that. Aaron Fucci, I'm coming for you, just so you know. And the other thing is the new site that I'm launching, Wild Pack Wisdom. Let me tell you why I'm doing that, because I got a bunch of questions about that. So I own a business, y'all. I'm an internet publisher, and I publish my own properties. And occasionally I'll get complaints about the ads that run on my websites, but it costs money, y'all, to run websites and put content up on them and keep them going and this and that. So I put ads on them, and that's how I fund that. But it is a terrible shopping experience, and I do know that. So I went ahead and I made wildpackwisdom.com, which launches on Monday. You could go take a sneak peek at it now and tell me what you like and what you don't like, but hardly anything is set up on it. You can just kind of see the look and the feel of it. But I did that so that anybody that is going to be taking classes with me, anybody that wants to, hey, Linda Sue, ooh, I'm coming to see you in the Villages next week. Whoa, can't wait. I want it to be a better experience for everybody. And so Wild Pack Wisdom, it launches officially on Monday. And the forums, instead of being gatheringofmystics.com, is going to be wildpackwisdom.com/forums, because I got to rein it in, y'all. I'm so grateful for all of the support and all of the love and all of the interest in the spirit animals. And I got to rein it in. I can't be everywhere at once as much as I want to. So, I hope you have the most beautiful weekend possible, full of so much love and magic and spirit animals. And I will see you all. Have a, what is it I always say? What's the most important thing? Do good for animals, including yourself, and stay